Hello, how are you doing today? Happy Monday, Memorial Day, May 29th, 2023. I have to show you what is happening in my yard this weekend. You know, we had that Virgo moon. Oh, and there's Tosh, my dog. But we had the Virgo moon this weekend, and all my beautiful peonies flowers decided to pop out, as well as we decided to plant some food in our garden. So it was definitely a nourishing weekend here. I did want to check in with one aspect that I found to be kind of funny in our life, my life, the way it showed up. I spoke to Saturn opposite the moon, which can bring in depression or heavy feelings, right? And so the way it showed up for me on that day, which was just this funny little nod to that energy that didn't need to come into my life directly, but what happened is my partner and I had a very unexpected moment where we could, after dinner, grab a drink before we picked up our child from being babysat. And we went into this bar, we ordered our drink, and we sat down, and the woman who's playing a song, or a few songs actually, it was quite like depressing music, a lot about people that had died in her life, and she was a young woman, but a beautiful voice. And so Saturn opposite the moon, that emotional sadness that was beautiful through song. So that was something that I wanted to highlight in my life this weekend. But here we go, May 29th, 2023. Our moon has now officially moved out of the sign of Virgo, wellness oriented, get stuff in order and out of chaos, which I did a lot of that this weekend, and now into Libra, which is the sign of harmony and balance and relationships. This, if you know the symbol, is a woman holding scales. So the desire to want to bring everything into harmony and balance is very much a part of the Libra energy. If you know any Libras, you might know that they have a hard time making choices because they want to please everyone. So definitely when our moon is now here, we find this in our emotional nature. So the desire to hang out with people and connect is strong today. And I can tell you in my own life already this morning, I was able to catch up with a friend I haven't seen in a really long time. And that lends itself to an aspect we're going to talk to today. As the moon has moved into Libra, she's made two aspects today, one to Pluto and one to Mars. Both of these aspects are harmonious, so a lot of positive energy flowing on this Memorial Day. Yay for that. So as the moon has moved into Libra, our emotional self, even our bodies, feels more at balance. We want to connect to people today. And with the moon now right into Libra, she makes a 120-degree aspect, also known as a trine, to Pluto. And a trine is something special that we want to highlight because it's about Jupiter, and Jupiter is going to be big this week. But a trine is harmonious energy. This is by nature of Jupiter, so that expansive, lucky, benevolent, Ganesh energy, if you will. So with the moon trining Pluto, Pluto is emotional depth. It is cathartic energy, intensity, transformation, regenerative, eruptive, forceful. That's my partner. He's gardening. Say hi, Mark. And dark energy as well, but yin energy, it's the nature of going into the earth, right? And so with the moon trining that energy, our emotional body, our emotional self, our body, our femininity, that trine offers up this really beautiful energy of feeling deeply, connecting in meaningful ways. And especially with the moon, maybe that's with feminine people in your life. You know, definitely having a cathartic, powerful connection today, strengthening bonds, and in showing emotion in ways that are very expansive and Jupiterian in quality today. So definitely a beautiful aspect. It's like an olive branch, like, yes, let's be friends kind of energy. Let's make this life even better because we're doing it together. And that aspect came in at 9 a.m. this morning, and that is Mountain Standard Time. I do live in lovely, beautiful Colorado. Okay, so our second second aspect that I want to talk about today is the moon sextiling Mars. We've spoken a lot about sextiles, so you know that by now they are nature of Venus, so harmony, creativity, femininity, definitely a positive, beautiful aspect. And so with the moon sextiling Mars, we have this ability to have passionate and enthusiasm around work and play today. So there's this warm, attractive energy in the air, definitely a sexy vibe, desirous. Ooh, hello, doggies. See, they know what's up about this sextile. But definitely the ability to take the lead and hang out with people, those connections, right? That Pluto and the moon have already set up for us, that the moon in Libra has already set up for us. Now Mars gives us that energy and tenacity to go out and connect with people and to have confidence in those connections. Yeah, so definitely a day to hang out with people. Go have fun, friends. And now, touching on an aspect that's just, it's coming together, but it's not exact. It really comes in to be more exact the 30th to like the 3rd. Really, really exact on the 1st to the 2nd, right into that area, but we'll talk more in depth about it. But what it is the conjunction of Jupiter and the North Node. So the North Node, I spoke to that a couple videos ago, and the South Node. They are points in the sky that are pretty important. They're almost as important, maybe just as the rising sign, which is also just a point on a chart, not a planet. But the North Node is, in Vedic astrology, known as Rahu, or the head of the dragon. It is where we're headed for in this life. That can kind of bring in some challenging lessons, but it is definitely an interesting conjunction. Well, first of all, let me back up before we talk about the conjunction. It's our life purpose. It's where we're headed towards in this particular lifetime. And if you look at past lives, it's what we're not really comfortable with in this ever before, and we're working on those skills in this one. So with that being said, Jupiter conjuncting the North Node is all about expansion. A lot of luck comes into our lives. A lot of benevolent energy comes into our lives with this. It is a power up, friends, and it's happening at 3 degrees of Taurus. The North Node today is at 3 degrees and 34 seconds, and Jupiter is at 2 degrees and 52 seconds of Taurus. They're coming in together because the North Node actually moves in opposite direction of the planets. Yes, because what it is it's the tracking, the intersection of where the sun and the moon come together in the elliptical. So it's very much like a chakra, if you think about it, right? This energy body that we're residing in is a replication of us. We are it, and it is us. And so these points within us where we have the nadis coming in and we have the major chakras, these particular places are special energy zones within our natal chart. So the North Node, friends, is being conjuncted Ganesh planet. This is a huge power up energy, and I'm really excited to talk about it more this week. But yes, know that the trine of Pluto and the moon this morning was by nature of this Jupiter charge up energy. So lucky, benevolent, unifying, abundant, and expansive energy. Woo! All right, friends, wishing you so much expansion in your life and connection today. I love you, and thank you for joining me for another video today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.